Happy Lonely Friday! Happy Sam Roberts now. How is everybody doing? I hope extremely well. I hope extraordinarily well. I hope that this is revving up to be the loneliest weekend that you have ever had in your entire lives. Welcome to Sam Roberts Now. We've got so much to unpack tonight. Of course, we had to miss you on Wednesday because that's the way these things go sometimes. But here we are regardless. And I say we, not only because I mean me and all of you out there, but of course, the incomparable and mysterious Hot Dog is here as well. Hot Dog, welcome back.
Unfortunately for some of you, I'm here.
But fortunately for others,
I'm here.
Right. There we go. We stay optimistic. What a time. What a time. Hot Dog, have you gotten your hands on 2K22 yet?
You son of a bitch.
Oh,
no, I have not
got
my hands on 2K22. How is it, Sam? How is that game?
Oh, it's fun. Well, I mean, I've been playing for a few days now, so I've had my chance to crack this thing open. Look, I don't have all the time in the world, and I'm not like the video game connoisseur that others are. I sometimes feel weird about giving my opinion about, video games and stuff because I'm not one of those super gamers. But at the same time, I give my opinion on a lot of things that I'm not qualified to give my opinion on. So I feel like why not?
Video games, it's like giving your opinion on music and TV and movies at this point. I mean, come on. You don't have to be an expert in music. You don't have to be a music critic to give your opinion.
I am one of the great and prolific consumers of our generation. If video games aren't meant for me, I don't know who they're meant for. Especially wrestling games. I've gotten every wrestling game since they've come out. I got Raw's War for Sega Genesis. I got all of them. I had Thursday Thunder for
No Mercy,
PlayStation 1. Of course, No Mercy, which was the same build as WrestleMania 2000, which was the same build as WCW versus NWO World Tour. But let me tell you something. That was a great build. The N64 wrestling games might go down in history as the best wrestling games of all time. Like, I don't know that there was a wrestling video game that I could play in exhibition mode more than WrestleMania 2000 or, No Mercy or NWO World Tour. It was the same basic game engine behind all three of them. But yeah, I love them. I mean, you go back now, especially because at the time that they came out, you were like, oh my God, this is so exciting. Look at these graphics. And you look now and they're literally Minecraft people. They're like box men that are like, oh yeah, that's the Mean Street Posse. But still.
My first wrestling game was an ECW game. I think they only had one ECW game, and that was my first wrestling game.
I believe.
Great.
Yeah, I believe they did 2 ECW games, but it was when it was, so WWE was with, I want to say Acclaim, and Acclaim did like Warzone and games like that. And then WWE moved on to THQ and Ukes to do the SmackDown series. So when they were just starting the SmackDown series, which would eventually lead us to Here Comes the Pain. And it's like, when you're talking about wrestling games, it's like, you have to mention No Mercy for N64. And SmackDown Here Comes the Pain is as iconic. I mean, it's just an iconic video game. Incredible.
God, you could fight it. You could fight in Times Square and throw someone off a billboard. And Here Comes the Pain.
Oh, why wouldn't they bring that mode back?
Yeah, you could do a finisher off the SmackDown fist, and here comes the pain. Who doesn't want to do that? Why would you take that away from us?
The answer, everybody. Everybody wants to do that. Yeah, but so when WWE moved on to like THQ and started doing the SmackDown series, Acclaim picked up the ECW license, and they basically made the ECW games. They were exactly the same as WWE games from like 2 or 3 years before, except they had ECW characters in them. They were terrible. I mean, terrible.
Hey, it's my first game. I loved it. 5-year-old me loved it.
Right, because you didn't realize that 2 years ago you could have had the exact same game with WWE guys in it.
Yeah, yeah.
But
the arcade ones, you got to give some respect to the arcade ones. I guess those were probably my first ones, to be fair.
what, like in your house?
Yeah, it was like the one where they had old school Shawn Michaels, and it was kind of 3D. It wasn't like
it looked like it was like photorealistic, but it looked almost like stop motion of photographs.
Yeah,
right. Like they were just figuring it out. I remember that was the era when it was like you would argue what was better, PlayStation or Sega Saturn. It was before Xbox, and I remember somebody being like,
and they would play videos.
What do you mean they would play videos?
Go ahead. They would play like if you selected a character, they played like a promo from the character, like the Undertaker.
Dude, you can still look them up.
Ahmed Johnson.
I wish I was prepared, because if you look up like the Ahmed Johnson Warzone promos, you can't understand what the guy's saying. They're the greatest things ever. But so like, but I've been getting all those games, and then every year I got the 2K game when it came out. Every single year, and some years were better than others. I think like 2K14, 15, when they were doing like the Attitude Era mode where you could go through all the different matches of the Attitude Era and like unlock people as you went. I thought that was incredible. But they ran into some trouble 2 years ago. They ran into it.
They did.
They hit, eventually, you can't, the WWE games that came out, they would range from like good to great, but never below good. Like it would always be at least, yeah, it's good. I mean, the one flaw would be it felt too similar to what you had the year before, but they were never bad.
Or they took away a feature.
Yeah.
Hey, why'd you guys take this GM mode away?
Right. Why did you take away create a taunt or whatever? And it's like, I don't know, dude. Come on. Who's got time to create a taunt? But yeah, 2K20 was the one that was like, I mean, it was literally so full of glitches that you couldn't play. Like it was so full of glitches that they gave up. Like people were expecting, you were sitting there going like, okay. I remember playing it before it came out. And I was sitting there going, I'm going to assume.
We did interviews for it, right?
Yeah.
No. You flew out for sure, I think.
Yeah. No. They didn't do a New York event. They just did the Las Vegas event that, I flew out there for. And like I was playing the game and the graphics were all right. So like my review of the game was like, that's a pretty good game. Because I figured that by the time it hit the stands, all the glitches that I experienced, because they said, hey, just so you guys know, this is not the finished product. And I was like, oh, okay, so let's take the glitches out before it was the finished product.
Sammy Shill Muffins over here.
They got me.
So just you selling an unfinished product to the people.
I was finessed, hot dog. I was purely finessed. They got me good. They got me real good on that one, because it absolutely, not only was it the finished product, but even when it came out, I think most people were sitting there going, well, I'm sure that they're going to release an update. Everybody was waiting for that 2K20 update. And like 2 weeks after the game came out, eventually they had to release a statement going like, ain't going to be no update. Like there's no fixing this thing. Yeah, look, game sucks. What can I tell you? It's a terrible game and you can't play it. And so that's it. We're going to go and hide in a hole for a while. If you want, you guys can roast us on the internet, and that'll be that. And they were like, well, can we have our
started getting momentum.
Yeah.
Started getting momentum, because there's always bad games, and that happens. But it's like when it starts like reaching first like the non-wrestling fans and like in gaming, and then it reaches like just the regular people, and then you hear like Sony and Xbox are issuing refunds, which like never happens for a game. That's when you know you got a really good disaster. It's
a total disaster, because, I mean, it's a story that you're looking at going, you don't have to be a video game fan or a wrestling fan. to not be able to comprehend how they could even release this game. Like, everybody involved looked like assholes after the game came out. So not only did they not release an update for it, but they would put out games every year. 2K18, 2K19, 2K20. 2K20 came out, and most serious like wrestling video game people played it for like 2 weeks and then went back to 2K19. Like, anybody that plays wrestling games have been playing 2K19 for what's now been 3 years, because they didn't even put out a 2K21. They were like, we're going to take the year off and just build a game from scratch. And so, but that's a double-edged sword, right? Because, yeah, it gives you time, and at least like you have more than a year so that you're not going to fail again. But if you haven't put out a playable game in 3 years, now every eye is going to be on this game. Like, it has to smoke. Otherwise, you're screwed. And so 2K22, and today is the official launch day. 2K22 came out all over the place today. I mean, I got a preview copy of it, and then if you bought the Ultimate Edition, you got it early. And, if you paid to get the expensive edition, you get it a day or two before the regular one comes out. But now everybody's got access to it. Every version is out as of today. And look, like I said, I haven't spent hours and hours and hours with it. I've gotten into the Rey Mysterio career thing, where you're going through Rey Mysterio matches. I've gotten, 3 or 4 matches in there. I just beat JBL. And I've done a little bit of GM mode, where you got to build a one of the brands from the ground up. I picked William Regal as my GM, by the way. He's in it. He's in it as a GM. And I've got to tell you something. This one is actually good. Now, look, it's going to take a second because they really did do it from it's clearly not based on the other games, right? Like, the graphics in it are really, really good, but they also look totally different. Like, they don't look like improved upon graphics from 2 years ago. They look like a different style. I feel like it's a little bit more animated looking than trying to get photorealistic. Which,
like brand new assets.
Exactly. Yeah, everything's brand new. And they switched up the controls, which they haven't done in forever. But so, for any of us that have played these wrestling games for a long time, it takes a little bit to get used to. I'm still getting used to it. Like, there's a combo system now where it's like old school games where you have to hit like XX square XX to try to get like specific moves and stuff like that. But once you get the hang of it, it's fun. I think like breaking out of submissions is a lot better. It's almost like, like in Spider-Man, when you got to flip a car over with web, it'll tell you hit square a whole bunch of times right now. And you hit square, and you got to, or they'll go like use the L button and center it in the circle so you can get the web. They do more stuff like that. Like when you have to kick out, you just have to hit X as quickly as you can. And if the circle fills up in time, you kick out of the pin. If you're in a submission, it's like triangle, triangle, circle, 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 square, 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 square. But it's
okay. So we're back to mashing for kickouts, because I did not like the last system of. Remember, it used to be like you have to time it perfectly, and they give you a little sliver to click. I hated that.
Hated it too. I found it was so frustrating. It ended up like looking at the screen, and then you're looking down at your controller, and it's like once you look down at your controller, you're fucked. Like that, you're done. But yeah, it's. I think that the way they did it was they wanted it to appeal to people who know how to play the game, but also like it's clearly designed so button mashers can have fun playing it, which I think is a good thing. You know what I mean? Like I think that if you want to just pick up the game and mash buttons, you're still going to be able to do cool stuff. People are trying to hate on it. You know what I mean? I've had enough of it. I don't like it. I don't think it's fair. But they're looking for any glitch they can find. Every game's going to have glitches in it, right? Especially at first. But I've already seen on Twitter, you assholes are looking for anytime. I've had one glitch. I'll be honest. I've had one glitch in the game so far. Rey Mysterio knocked Shawn Michaels over the top rope. And instead of walking like on the floor, there was no field of depth. So it was like he was walking on air at the same height as the ring apron. You know what I mean? It was cheesy, but it was one glitch. And it's like,
I saw one glitch where there was a cutscene where someone was supposed to be getting clotheslined out of the ring, but instead it was an invisible man who was clotheslining the person out of the ring.
The glitches are hilarious. You know, the glitches, like, look at this one. Have you seen this one? And there's so many jokes, by the way. This is an Undertaker and Goldberg glitch. And a lot of people are sitting there going like, that's not a glitch. That's actually what it looks like when the Undertaker and Goldberg wrestle, which I don't think is fair, okay? Because he drops Goldberg on his head. But I don't think that's fair. But, yeah, it doesn't look exactly like your General Tombstone looks. He's got him by one leg. He's spinning him around. He's got him all tangled up. Look, and he's going for the cover. But I don't know. Maybe that's a move we haven't seen before. You know, it's not the most... I don't know.
It's a new engine. Give him the benefit of the doubt. You know, that was meant to be there.
I mean, I don't know the physics of that. If you look at that, it looks like... I mean, it's not like they're disappearing into each other. It looks like Goldberg's left leg is hooked around the Undertaker's right knee. Honestly, it looks like something out of Dirty Dancing, the video game. It looks like Patrick Swayze has picked up what's-her-face and is spinning her around the room. Yeah, but I don't like it. I don't like that people are trying to find their Undertaker Goldberg glitch and put it on Twitter and being like, see, still sucks. And it's like, come on, bro. There's plenty of good gameplay in this thing. You didn't have to just point out the glitches. Although that, I mean,
we're the beta testers now. We have to switch out the glitches and just send them over.
Right on the neck. I mean, that really, he murdered Goldberg there. But yeah.
You know why 2K20 was a mess in the first place?
Why?
It was because I think there was a disagreement between 2K and Ukes. Ukes wanted to create like a new engine, kind of, or whatever it was. They creatively they split ways, and then 2K was just left with all the source data that Ukes left behind, and they had to make a game out of that, even though they never developed the game themselves. Ukes did. So
it was like all this coding that they were like, I don't know what any of this means, and we don't have time to start from scratch.
Right. So that's how 2K came to be. They were just left with all this.
Which is, by the way, which is hilarious because they were like, we can either just try to put a game together or wait a year to put out a better one. And they were like, we got to just release a game. And it was so bad that they still had to skip a year. So like if they had just skipped 2K20, then they wouldn't have had to have this whole mess, and they wouldn't have had assholes on Twitter making fun of Goldberg versus The Undertaker like that.
Goes to show.
I did see one screen grab of somebody on Reddit that said that this is too close to reality. I hope that it's real. It could have been faked, you know, because it's too funny if it was real. But in GM mode, you have to pay money to bring legends onto your show. Like you earn money on the shows, and then when you earn money, you can buy like The Rock to come in for 6 weeks. But it comes out of your show's
like a contract.
Exactly. And then you get text messages from like Triple H or from whoever, like throughout. That's how you're kind of guided through your GM mode, so you can tell if you're doing a good job or not. And somebody posted a screenshot that they had gotten a text message in the game from Hulk Hogan that said, ever since I bet on SmackDown, it's been a joke, brother. You're not going to see me at the show unless you send me another $100,000. It's like, if they really put that in for the Hulkster.
That's great.
It's so funny.
Did you ever play random? Did you ever play the kind of like GM mode, the old school booking games like EWR? I forgot what that stood for. Like Total Extreme Wrestling, like the simulator, like fantasy booking games.
No, see, I can't I need a game, and I've always been this way. I need a game that I can pick up for a short amount of time and just play and get my thrills and get my kicks and then leave alone, sometimes for days. Like, I didn't get to play 2K22 the last 2 days. Or maybe I played it yesterday for like I said, for like 20 minutes real quick and just knock out a match or two and then go about my life. Like, I've never been able... That's why the Create-A... Like, I used to like Create-A Player when it would be like, you have 7 options, you can pick one. Like, now that you pick a whole move set and it takes 3 hours to get your character, like, I don't have that kind of time. So,
that's great.
I know, yeah, it sounds really fun. But I don't have, I just don't have the time to go through it and I get annoyed. I want to do stuff. I want actions. No. I'm like, but I'm stupid for video games. Like some people are stupid for movies. Like the people who can't handle a 3-hour movie. Oh, it was really good, but it was too long. No, you're an idiot. That's the issue. I'm an idiot with video games where I go, I mean, I guess it's good. Like I can't handle Red Dead, like I've told you before, because it just takes too long to do everything.
It's riding your horsey through town.
I can't do it. Like Grand Theft Auto, you drive to the airport, you jump on a plane, you jump out, you shoot a bunch of people. You can do a lot in 20 minutes. It's great. This thing too. You go into exhibition mode, put together a tables match, Big E versus Hulk Hogan. Hogan does the JOB, and then you still can go have some dinner. You know what I mean? It's still good.
Okay. I love those fantasy booking and managerial games.
Yeah, I know. I mean, back in the day, they used to have like text-based wrestling, like RPG online games.
Oh.
Where like you would join a text fed, where it would be like an email fed. And, like, you would literally write promos, and then a booker would write the pay-per-view, and he'd email everybody. It was really a waste of everyone's time.
That sounds excessive.
It was excessive. But, what could we do at the time? You know, we didn't have YouTube and all that stuff. We just had text-based nonsense. So, yeah, it's a very fun game. JBL is tough. It should not be this difficult for Rey Mysterio to beat JBL. I was getting real frustrated. Because I beat Shawn Michaels easier than I beat JBL. And he was just hitting me. He was just cheesing me with power moves. And I was like, who the fuck programmed JBL to be this good? I mean, I love JBL, but come on. I beat the Heartbreak Kid. And you're telling me I can't get a combo going on JBL because he keeps clotheslining me? And then one clothesline from hell, and I couldn't kick out of it. Yeah, rematch. I didn't unlock anything. Rematch.
You ain't taking the wrestling god down.
But there's dope shit in there. For instance, like you have to play the Eddie Guerrero Rey Mysterio match from Halloween Havoc. And
that's cool.
It was a mask versus title match in real life. And in the video game, if you lose the match, the cutscene is that in the game, Eddie Guerrero unmasks Rey Mysterio. Because that's what would have happened had Ray lost. And so they actually had that part in the game. It's just like little cool stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Did they show his face?
I don't know. I beat him. I just saw I don't know what loser lost to Eddie Guerrero. I kicked the fucking shit out of him. But but yeah, if I saw that somebody else did, and they just showed a picture of Eddie holding Ray's man. I'm sure they don't show his face. Nobody wants to go back to that time where it was Lil Ray.
I mean, look, if it's Rey Mysterio career mode, give us at least an unmasked.
Oh, no. There's no filthy animals in Rey Mysterio career mode. No. There is no Kidman versus Rey Mysterio filthy animals era. The Ray Showcase is mask. I mean, it literally goes from Halloween Havoc 97 to like WWE in 2004, like immediately. Yeah. None of that nonsense. You know, no LWO and certainly no filthy animals. In WWE canon, Rey Mysterio, filthy animals, little horns on the head era, that never happened. That doesn't exist.
Do they have in the career mode? Do they have the part where Kevin Nash throws Rey Mysterio
like,
to the bus
like a lawn dart?
Yeah.
No, but guess how you have to unlock Dominic?
You have to beat Eddie Guerrero in
you
a ladder match?
You have to win his custody, and then you unlock him in the game.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's a good Easter egg. So, yeah. Res Life Entertainment says no major guns. No major guns. No misfits in action in this game. I would love it if they got the rights to all those characters and did like an early 2000s WCW section of the game. Remember General Hugh G. Rection?
You just want Disco Inferno in a game.
Oh, yeah. He's got to get that Legends deal first. That sweet, sweet Legends deal. Although, did you see who's going to be in the downloadable packs for this game?
It's the Bonsai DLC. I saw that.
They got a pack coming out every month from April to July. They got in April Yokozuna. They got Umaga. It's the first time Umaga's been in a 2K game, I think. In one of the packs, they got Mr. T joining the fray. They got Doink, who's going to be in the game. They got Logan Paul's going to be in my 2K game.
What?
They got Logan Paul and Machine Gun Kelly. And that is
Bad Bunny in his?
No. I mean, Bad Bunny's pretty successful, man. I don't think it would have been cheap to get Bad Bunny in this video game. But people were...
Bad Bunny's a mark, though. I'm sure he would love to be in a WWE video game.
People were annoyed about that they got MGK but not Bad Bunny. Everybody wants Bad Bunny. They don't want MGK. But it's like you also forget. First of all, don't forget. I think it was Here Comes the Pain. But one of those SmackDown games had Fred Durst in it.
I never saw that.
Yeah, Fred Durst was in one of the SmackDown games. And like you forget, like everybody's like, who wants MGK? And I'm like, excuse me? You don't want to put MGK in a Hell in a Cell against like Yokozuna and Umaga in a handicap match? Like, you don't want to have Machine Gun Kelly on there to just kick the shit out of him all the time?
It'd be great. Powerbomb him off the stage.
Just have Nakamura kicking him in the face nonstop. It's going to be awesome. Yeah, so I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it so far. I don't appreciate all these glitches, but I am enjoying it so far. You know what looked like a video game? You see that police chase?
So that's my favorite clip of the week.
And it came in at the buzzer too. This is the clip of the week. It was in Los Angeles. The cops are out there trying to clean up these streets. And I was just watching Rue run from the police on Euphoria. That's the episode I'm up to right now. But the police in Euphoria were a lot better than these. Look, God bless the boys in blue, but this wasn't the best showing in the world.
The brightest moment.
It really did look like a video game when the guy's just in the safe space. Where it's like in real life, of course, you would have seen him, but because you're in that corner, quick, go to the corner. And once you're in the corner, nobody can see you. So I don't know what...
you take one step in the bush video game and no one can, like the monsters can't see you anymore because you're in there.
Exactly.
Exactly that.
Exactly. I don't know what this guy did, but I left on his side. I don't know if that's good or not. But I tell you, when I watch this video, you know how like if the bank accidentally puts money in your account and then you spend it and then they ask for the money back and you go, that money's gone, then for some reason you get in trouble even though they're the ones that made the mistake? Like, like when that happens, I go, no, if the bank accidentally puts money in your account, then that's the bank's response. Like, that's your money now. Like, that's the bank's responsibility to get it back. Like, I've always been bothered by that. I feel like
that happened to me a couple of weeks ago. That happened to me. I had an issue with the bank, and then I say, hey, like, you need to refund me this, and they refund me $400 more than what they needed to refund me. So then I call them and I go, because of that, because I know I'll get in trouble if I use it. And I'll forget one of these days and just get drunk and just drink it all. So I call them and I go, hey, you guys gave me $400 more than what you're supposed to. And they go like, yeah, just leave it there. We'll take it out eventually. I'm like, oh, come on.
What? Bro,
that's ridiculous.
And even the fact that you had to call is unfair. That should be your money. They screwed up. This is why we have punishments. There needs to be consequences for actions, and the consequence for a bank person putting the wrong amount of money in your account is they're in trouble now because the bank lost that money, and it shouldn't come from anybody else's account. It shouldn't cost any homeowner. It shouldn't cost anybody that's got a loan. It shouldn't cost anybody except the bank. The bank has to figure out how to come up with those 4 bills that they accidentally gave to Hot Dog because Hot Dog just went out and bought a camera lens that he's never going to use.
Yeah, and
Hot Dog got drunk and went on the B&H website, and it's gone.
Yeah. What's going to happen now is a couple of weeks is going to pass by. I'm going to completely forget about that extra 400 in there, and I'm just going to ball out, and then I'm in trouble.
Of course, they act like people don't check their balance and go like, okay, that's what I can spend. Like, it's what people do. Come on, bank. Like, you are they are setting you up to fail.
Yeah, they are.
It's like a mafia thing. It's like when the mafia loans you money that they know you can't pay back because they know that they're just going to milk you dry for everything you've got. The bank wants you to spend that money so that you can then, they'll probably go something like this. Well, we could press charges or we could count it as a loan, but then you'll owe interest on it. And you'll go, all right, how much interest do I owe? It's a savage thing to do. But when I looked at this guy, that's the feeling that I had. Like, he kind of earned his freedom, in my opinion. And again, I don't know what he's being charged with. I don't know anything about the story. But watch this video and tell me that this guy hasn't earned his freedom. Let me see. We got some audio on this bad boy. I don't know why we wouldn't have audio since I can hear you, hot dog.
Need the audio. Commentary is great for it.
Yeah, I wonder why I would be able to hear you and not this video.
Is it downloaded or are you going straight from Twitter?
No, I'm going straight from Twitter. I checked the mute button and it's not that. Very odd. Let's see if this. Yeah, only audio. What do you steal all my audio, hot dog?
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna somehow blame this on you because I'm getting audio from you. I'm not getting audio from anything else. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. This is why you get the live experience here.
We're live, pal.
Hey, we're live, pal. Let's see. Let's see if there's something in my sound setting, because you're right. I mean, I do not want to lose this. Okay, output volume, boom, mute. Talk to me, a little hot dog.
Test.
Okay.
1, 2.
I can hear you.
From Russia.
Are you singing? Is that a James Bond song?
Yeah, that's my test song. From Russia.
All right.
With love.
Well, okay, I don't need that anymore. We're not getting audio on this, but look at this guy. I'm pissed off that we're not getting audio. I got to tell you, it's driving me crazy right now.
We have you for commentary.
Look at him. Okay, so he's hiding behind the car. He's hiding behind the car, this professional. And the newscasters are watching like they've got him. They don't got him. Look at him. Look at him right there. You can see him the entire time. You'd think that the newscasters would have some kind of patch through to the police because it's really not right what they're doing. As the guy, they're going
just yelling. They're just yelling. He's right there.
And the cops are all like running in unison at the same time.
It's like one hive mind for the cops.
Yeah, they're
it's
all
not 5 Brians running around trying to find them. It's just one.
I mean, the guy's kind of brilliant. He's laying down flat so that they don't see him at all. And it sounds like they've told him. See, at this point, they've told the cops, like, look, he's under the car. He's on the other side. He's lying flat. And they just can't see him. This is my favorite part. Look at how they're looking forward. It looks like he's right in their line of sight. But somehow they can't see this guy. Where is he? Oh, there he is. He's lying on the floor. Oh, it's brilliant.
It's straight out of a video game.
It really is. It really is amazing. Oh, I love it.
And you could hear, and this way you need the audio.
I know.
You could hear the gasp from the newsroom staff in the back, like faintly, but you could hear, they can't see him.
Yeah, like the news crew is trying to help them the whole time, but I don't know. I just feel like that guy, I don't know. I feel like he doesn't deserve it. I feel like he's...
And you could hear someone going, like, maybe it's like the person on the helicopter going, behind you, behind you. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty brilliant. You know what else is brilliant, hot dog? What's really brilliant is the way technology has changed things. Technology has changed things so that you can regain your confidence without anybody knowing. You can regain your confidence without any awkward moments. You can regain your confidence without having to mumble at a pharmacy I need some boner pills. How do you do it? Through Blue Chew, of course. Yes. Get off the couch and start pleasing your partner. And the way you're going to guarantee that you can do that anytime you need to is with Blue Chew. See, Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in chewable tablets and at a fraction of the cost. You can take them anytime, day or night, so you can plan ahead, or if you just need them in the moment, you need them in the moment. I know that Hot Dog has had lots of emergencies, and Blue Chew is what's going to help them. And see, the reason I said that you could avoid awkwardness is because you do all of this through BlueChew.com. See, all you have to do is sign up and then consult with one of their licensed medical providers. Once you're approved, you get your prescription within days. That's why I say you don't have to worry about embarrassing yourself in front of a doctor. You don't have to worry about, your nosy neighbors hearing you at the pharmacy. You don't even have to worry about the mailman because the packaging is hella discreet. Best of all, remember how I said it's affordable? You know what's the most affordable price? $0 free. And that is what you can get Blue Chew for right now. Get your first month for free. All you have to do is pay $5 shipping if you put in promo code NOTSAM. Yes, try Blue Chew for free when you use our promo code NOTSAM at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's BlueChew.com. Promo code NOTSAM to receive your first month free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. We thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the show. Oh, we love it, don't we, Hot Dog? We absolutely
I thank them every time.
Love it. This sound thing is driving me fucking crazy. Why?
I bet it is.
Why would your shit work, but this shit doesn't work?
Have you tried playing anything? Can you play any audio out of the browser, like QuickTime or anything? Is it just a browser thing?
That's a great question.
Troubleshoot.
Okay, it's not just Twitter, I know, because let's see, this is a YouTube video, and that's got no sound either.
Son of a bitch.
So it could be a browser thing.
Yeah, let's play something.
Let's see. What can we play? I don't want to, this is very, very dangerous. What if there's something on here that you shouldn't see? Oh, Nick Gage Gang.mp4. Okay. This is a good one.
Anybody out there thinks they're...
Okay. That QuickTime is working. That's when Nick Gage inducted me into the MDK gang. So that's just a great moment. So yes, it is browser-based. It looks like, for some reason, Chrome... So maybe should I go into Chrome preferences?
Let's go to Safari.
Oh, let's go to Safari. You're right, Hot Dog.
Let's do that.
Let's check out Safari real quick. This is why you're here, so we can live troubleshoot. And when we do the clips, we can take all of this out. It'll be great.
I love troubleshooting. It's my favorite thing.
Do you love troubleshooting?
It's like a puzzle. Let's figure it out. Let's do this.
I hope no weird porn or something opens up as I'm doing all of this. I usually really...
Yeah. What is the last thing you searched up on Safari?
Yeah, I really plan out this stuff in advance so you can't see the desktop on the big screen.
Yeah, don't type in X.
Okay, good. It says I'm not logged into Twitter, which means you won't see any weird Twitter stuff. So that's good. Okay.
Throw in your troubleshooting suggestions on the chat.
Safe. We got audio.
Oh.
We got audio.
Hey.
Hey. Okay. All right. Let's put that in. Oh, not that. Yeah, we're going to put this in full screen. Bro, this is how we rock, okay? Everybody's like, oh, there must be a whole network of people behind Sam Roberts now. Not the case. It is. Believe it or not, it's just your boy. And then
it's Sam, and it's the Harlem Help Desk.
Are you? Yeah, that's what I call Hot Dog, the Harlem Help Desk. It's like the Harlem Shuffle, but much more helpful. Okay, now let's. Okay, so this should be the Safari. I'm gonna open up another new Safari window real quick, so we can have both of our items ready to go when I need them. And then we can get back into doing what we were doing. And like, okay, look, I just copy and pasted some series of weird letters. I really hope that wasn't a password to something. Oh no, it's just the end of this.
Boy.
It was the end of this YouTube URL. I was like, oh, that's bad. No, it was just the end of a YouTube URL. Okay, because I didn't.
I've done this before where I think I'm typing into the right browser, but either like I type in my password into like a chat or something and I hit enter.
Oh no. Okay. All right. No, we won't do that yet. Hang on. Okay. All right. We got Safari open. Fuck Chrome.
This is what happens
Chrome.
when people hit a certain age, folks. This is what we have to deal with.
What the fuck are you talking
Sam
about?
is-
I just solved the problem.
I don't know.
Bro,
told
this
you to hit
went.
a Safari.
No. You told me to hit Safari, and I was like, bro, let's do it. Like, that went real quick, okay? This is not you getting on the phone with somebody else and me being like, what's Safari? I'm on the computer. Like, because I've had to do that plenty of times, and I know the difference. Boom.
Oh man, I had to deal with like a little thing like that today at work where I was helping out a new hire, and I go, okay, are you using Dropbox in your browser or are you using the app? And she goes, bless her heart, she's a little bit old. She goes, I don't know.
Oh my God.
I was, I'm so
Yeah, see, that's you can't. Look,
Yeah.
okay, bro.
This
Okay.
is gonna be why.
Don't fuck around with me. I got a UB key, okay? I'm on top of my shit, okay?
Ooh,
All right.
You got your crypto in there.
I got to. First of all, that's what you can't put crypto on a UB key. It's for two-factor authentication. You, Mark. How do you not know that? Okay?
Yeah.
I'm on top of my shit, all right? Robert Burton says, Team Millennial saves the day again, hot dog. Am I coming across as a boomer?
Today, yeah.
Damn.
You might be. You
Damn.
might be. There's no noise coming out of my computer.
Well, I hear I'm just doing an impression of my mom now. Well, I can hear hot dog he's on the computer, but I don't hear the video.
You would be yelling at someone over the phone if you had to deal with that.
But yeah, I would be. But when you said, is it the browser? Can we play a video that's not in the browser? I didn't have any difficulty understanding that request. Okay. And I know that I've spoken, I won't say my parents, but I'll say I've spoken to people that I'd go, have you tried playing a video that's not on the browser? And they'd go, can you come over? Yes, I can come over.
I had that moment in the Super Bowl. Remember when you were helping me out before the show started?
Yes,
Yeah.
I do. When you were sitting there going like, hang on. Hey, hang on, one sec. Hey, okay, one
Can you hear
sec,
me
one
now?
sec. Can you hear this? And I'm sitting there going, yes, hot dog, I can hear you. Wait,
No,
hang on, one sec.
I'm just mouthing. I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Yeah, I'm aware, hot dog. This is the issue is you're like, I'm not sure whose issue whose issue is. Like, that's when you're like, I'm not sure. Like, I'm sitting there like, I can't play off my computer. And I'm going, I wonder if I can somehow blame this on Hot Dog Zoom. Like, could this be a hot dog issue?
And then you had the big brain idea. You were like, hot dog, why don't you just Zoom out of your phone?
Oh, yeah.
You know, you could do that.
You didn't have your
Yeah.
mic. You didn't have anything with you anyway. I'm like, if you're going to sound like shit, you might as well sound like shit on your phone.
Yeah.
You want to take another look at this car chase?
Let's do it.
Okay, all right, not car chase. So, the Good Day LA is covering this. The pursuit ends on these back streets, and it really does look like that scene in Euphoria. This 100% looks like where the drug dealer and all that live. But I guess the guy's trying to escape, and the news chopper has him.
Law enforcement, and this is one of those things, law enforcement, they have to keep these people safe, and then you can see it right there, the suspect trying to get into somebody's property or still trying to hide, but doing a very, very poor job of it right there. LAPD coming to a stop. Oh, come on, guys, he's right there.
First of all,
running right by him.
The news is supposed to be impartial. come on, guys, he's right there. Like, you're not supposed to full on be rooting. I guess it's hard to not root for the police when it's literally good guys versus bad guys. They're trying to get a criminal. But we're also supposed to be innocent.
That's such a ridiculous statement.
What?
Because I saw that comment a lot on Twitter where it's like, oh, so much for impartialness of the media. I was like, it's a chase. What are you talking about?
Well, we're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. So
sure,
you're not supposed to be rooting for one side or the other. Come on, guys, you can get him. Like it's like it's one thing to be like, oh, this is very risky. This guy is driving all around the road. This is very, very dangerous. That I think is okay. When you're literally going, come on, guys, he's right there. You got this. You could do it. Then it's like, this is not covering the news.
Just a sports. It's just a sporting event.
Yeah, you're just cheering. Come on, you got this. You got this. You can do it.
They're going right by him. I'm sorry.
I mean, the guy's literally calling it like he's auditioning for NFL tonight, like he's auditioning for Sunday Night Football. They are running right by him. He is hidden behind the car. They are running right by him. Come on, guys, run back. You've got this. You've got this. I believe in miracles. Do you? That's not the quote, bro. I know. I'm trying to make it my own.
Now I'm just imagining of like a major league hide and seek federation where you just like throw people or like a manhunt when you throw them into a big field or something. How cool will that be?
That sounds like a Mr. Beast video waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Hide and seek. The last person to get found wins $2 billion. Like, okay.
Someone has to get on that.
I love that Mr. Beast thing. How'd you get so successful, Mr. Beast? Well, people like it when people get money in videos. So I just gave a lot of money away.
Angie, our pilot today, talking on O2, trying to tell the officers that this suspect is right there. And again,
they're driving.
Just saw that.
He's right there. He's right there. They're trying. Like this is the point where the traffic helicopter guy, he's like, I finally had my date. That's why he's rooting for him, because the newscaster gets their time when they cover a really serious story. They have their moment to be like, what Vladimir Putin is doing is disgusting. Like they get their moments, and the weather reporter, they get their moments to be like, the hurricane has hit and it is so terrible, and everybody is locked on the weather reporter. And the sports guy over here, our team is going to the Super Bowl and it's great. But the guy who runs the traffic copter, all he ever gets to do is go, looks like 95 is backed up, looking like a 30-minute delay. Like there is no moment of glory. So now you have the one time where the guy in the chopper knows more than the police do. And he's like, come on, guys, I'm trying to communicate with the cops, but I'm just some guy in a traffic chopper.
Just yelling at him.
Feel so bad for those officers making their way back now. It's the blue
they're running
car.
back.
There we go. Somebody's getting the information. Somebody's got to be getting the information. Keep coming around, Ange. Keep coming around. Keep coming around. That suspect, unbelievable.
Line flat. I love it.
This live, and you have to understand that these officers, they don't know what the information that we know. But again, that LAPD helicopter just arriving. There you go. Some of those officers must be getting that information. There.
That's amazing. That when he's like literally looking under the car. I mean, that might be the best positioning I've ever seen. I don't know how this perpetrator, this accused, I don't know how he knows as much about geometry as he knows, but he has figured out as close to invisibility as any human being has ever figured out. I've never seen somebody hide in plain sight as well. And he's not even camouflaged. He's wearing bright white and dark black on gray cement. Like he's sticking out like a sore thumb.
It's like Batista in Guardians of the Galaxy.
He's just eating so slowly that you can't even see him. No, I'm not moving. You can't see me. Well, we can't see him. Like, did he really not see him when he looked under the car? He's much wider than a tire.
But I think he must have been half-assing it there. He didn't really look under the car. He just like did like a little, Out there.
It is hilarious.
way.
It is hilarious that the guy was smart enough to lay flat, that he stopped crouching and he just laid flat as a pancake. I probably would have thought that crouching and staying low and trying to make yourself small would be better than making yourself long and flat, but apparently long and flat works.
That suspect going into custody. Wow. Wow. And they haven't seen him yet.
I love that. The gasp. Because they realize they're going around the car because somebody has told the cops, look, he's right on the other side of the car. They don't see him, so they go to the gate, and when at first they don't see him. That one gasp in the newsroom. Everybody is in on this, too. You can hear people screaming, you gotta go. Somebody's got to tell him. Somebody's got to tell him.
Officers must be getting that information. There you go. There you go. And now that suspect going into custody. Wow. Wow. And they haven't seen him yet. This is unbelievable. There we go. Oh, my gosh. Sorry about that.
And he's staying flat.
Got a little tense there at the
Got
end.
him.
It was tense indeed. If you could hear the newsroom exploding as we.
Man, there's something about that makes me go, I don't know. He's at least earned some kind of leniency. I mean, that was maybe the greatest hiding space I've ever seen.
And I don't want to find out what he did. I don't want to find out
Me
that he
neither.
did something atrocious.
Me neither.
Or whatever. I'm not going to look it up. I'm just going to live in my little bubble.
Yeah,
and-
don't
and-
spoil
and
it
go.
for me. I honestly, honest to God, what I wanted to see happen is when he hid behind the car and all the cops ran past the car, I was really hoping the guy just came out on the other end and started running the other way. You know,
had
where
a
the
chance.
cops just
He had a
were.
chance.
He had a chance. That's what I thought he was going to do. Because they would have seen him, obviously, but he would have gotten a way head start. And then he could have jumped over some
Yeah.
fences or something like that. But he decided to stay put. I mean, I don't know how long was he planning on staying put? You know, at what point were the cops just going to go, well, I guess he's not here. He didn't even go under the car. I would have thought he would. I mean, even if he had gone under the car, at some point the cops would have gotten their flashlight out and said, oh, there's a human being under this car. I think he might be our guy.
It reminds me of when Breaking Bad, when the Nazis are in the desert with Jesse and Walter White, and Jesse's just hiding under the car, hoping he doesn't get caught.
Yeah.
And Jesse, you remember that?
Yeah,
He's standing still underneath the car. That's all he needed to do.
He thought he was Breaking Bad for a second. He really thought it was like, this is going to work. I think, like, when the cop, there was a second, 1 second, the gasp second, when whoever in the newsroom gasped, oh! There was 1 second when he was like, holy shit, they're not going to see me. This is incredible. And then they turn around and so on. But there was 1 second of freedom. And I feel like when you get that 1 second, I don't know. There's for some reason I wanted him to win. And again, I don't want to know what he did because I'm sure it was horrendous. But you know,
he has a helicopter chasing after him. I'm sure it was
couldn't have been.
It wasn't like a grocery store. Yeah.
No, there's half a dozen guys on him.
Yeah.
He didn't shoplift from Dwayne Reed. Okay, he did something.
Yeah.
He did something bad, or at least is accused of doing something bad.
I don't want to know.
I don't want to know.
Yeah,
It's like that. It's like that Mario Winans song. I don't want to know. Okay.
If he had just like one of those boxes from Metal Gear Solid games that he could just like put over him, he would have gotten away. Or if he just had like a bush to hide in or something like that.
Yeah.
These cops are these are video game cops.
Honestly,
this would have been very easy to.
He should have stood still, standing straight up, and just put a lampshade over his head and just stood there. He's like, I don't know. He's not next to that lamp. I don't know where he is. Yeah. Sam Banks, I think, says this entire video needs Benny Hill music. Absolutely. Absolutely. By the way, don't forget, if you want to make sure that your contribution is acknowledged here tonight on the show, super chat in. Super chat in. It will absolutely get acknowledged. And
guys, you're getting lazy with the likes again.
Oh
you're
my
real
God.
lazy with the likes.
Would you just hit like? Would you just super chat in and hit like?
Just do it.
Hit me with a Shia LaBeouf and just do it, okay? You see the Obi Wan trailer?
Yeah.
Are you excited for
yeah.
Obi Wan?
It's a 6-part series, right? It's not a full movie. I'm excited because
Well, it's a series. It's not a movie at all. It's a TV show. Yeah.
Yeah. They're doing their shows really well, so I'm excited for this.
Do the TV shows get repetitive at all? I haven't watched any of the Star Wars TV shows. So again, this is one of those things that I'm probably not even qualified to give an opinion on. But they all seem so repetitive. Like, I don't know, it takes a lot for me to get on board with a series these days, especially because they try to hook you over the course of weeks, which I can't stand. Like this Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee show, I can't stand the fact that it's over the course of weeks. Give me a whole series in one shot. Unless it's like top of the line, like if it's an HBO show and it's on regular TV and it's a top of the line thing, then okay. But like, hit me with something that I can binge, that, and you can still take over for 2 weeks. Like, you can still have your time. And with the amount of series that are being made, you're not going to be losing that much, but otherwise.
It's not the same though. You miss the social aspect of it. Like, yeah, it's going to be hot for 2 weeks. Like them dropping, Netflix dropping, Squid Game, obviously huge for whatever. But when you have a show that isn't going to be a monumental hit like that, you got to drop it every single week so you could have the conversation still going.
They do. They're trying to extend that conversation for as long as humanly possible. Well,
yeah.
Let me take a look.
I don't mind it.
Let me take a look at this trailer. The Obi Wan trailer that Disney dropped. Tatooine. I feel like every Star Wars series, the trailer starts exactly the same.
The fight is done.
Like, I don't know if this is Boba Fett or Obi Wan. It's just in a desert, orchestra. Okay. There's little Luke. And Ewan McGregor. Now, this takes place after the prequels, but obviously before, episode 1 and all. I mean, episode 4.
Jedi. Is patience.
Okay, exclusively on Disney+.
Jedi cannot help what they are. Their compassion.
Whoa, who's flying?
Leaves a trail.
That's Luke's uncle.
The Jedi
That's a dope-ass spaceship for sure. I thought that was Grand Moff Tarkin for a second, but it was not.
Where is he?
Okay. I'm going to say this. Spinning lightsaber is dope as hell. I love when they figure out a new lightsaber. I love Darth Maul's double lightsaber. This guy's got a spinning lightsaber. I mean, it doesn't seem like you need as much skill to operate the spinning lightsaber. It's kind of like it fights for you. I thought the whole point of the lightsaber was there's almost an art to it. Either you're a Jedi, you know how to, jump up and down all over the place, swing the lightsaber in just the right spot. If it's a spinning lightsaber, it doesn't seem like it takes the same amount of skill. It's a little bit of a lazier lightsaber.
Why isn't everyone using that?
Yeah, it's almost like, I'm not impressed by a person who operates the spinning lightsaber, but it does, at least it is, pardon the pun, a new spin on it. Oh, was that a guy hanging or a guy flying? I just saw a guy's feet, and I thought it was a guy flying. He's hanging? Oh, that's much darker. Oh, are you sure? I didn't see any guy. I just saw his feet, and I figured he had the Force.
So it looked like with the narration, they're hunting down the Jedis and all that.
Oh, I guess I wasn't listening. Let me go back.
Their compassion.
Oh, yeah, they all look real sad. Okay, all right, he's not flying. Yeah, they all look super sad. He's definitely hanging.
Are they flying? Yes.
Yeah, he's flying. He's not flying. I can see the rope. Okay.
Where is he?
Okay, spinning lightsaber. It's a ridiculous hat. Oh boy. They got blasters. Pigeons. Hope survives. There's Ewan. Obi Wan Kenobi. Limited series streaming May 25th. Now, they said Darth Vader was in this. Is that true?
I mean, I don't know.
I didn't see him in the trailer, but that's that's what they say, that Darth Vader's in this.
I would think he'll make an appearance. He's in charge.
Would this be the
this
origin
timeline.
of Darth Vader? Because does he become Darth Vader in the
No.
prequels?
He becomes Darth Vader at the very end of part 3.
Okay.
And
So
that's when he
you're
goes
right.
on the run. He goes on a run and he hides Luke and Leia. So
That's
Darth
right.
Vader's in charge.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. So then Darth would have to be in it.
It's a missed opportunity if he's not.
It'd be crazy if he wasn't.
Yeah.
It's probably good for you and McGregor, getting to jump back into that Obi Wan suit. They'll probably make a movie.
It's cool because like him aging makes sense with the timeline and all that stuff because it's perfectly.
I really do like
even though
they didn't try to prequel the prequel and do the Netflix Irishman thing where they where they euthanized his face. That's the term, right? Euthanized. They performed euthanasia on his face. Yeah,
shitty kicks.
That was the one drawback of Scream 5 was that Skeet Ulrich, he was dead in the movie, obviously, but Ghost Skeet Ulrich came back and they used modern day Skeet Ulrich, but they smoothed out his face with filters on CGI. And you could tell, it looked kind of weird. So I am glad that they picked this time period. I mean, it does seem like they're stretched. How much story could there possibly be, though? We've done Obi Wan dies in A New Hope, right? In episode 4, in the first of the modern 3 Star Wars movies. Doesn't he die?
I thought it was the 5th, but I don't know. I don't remember.
Does he die in Return of the Jedi? Or Empire? Maybe he dies in Empire Strikes Back.
I don't know. I don't remember.
I thought he died in New Hope. I guess it could be Empire Strikes Back. Whatever it is. Even at the end of Return of the Jedi, he's still Ghost Obi-Wan. It's still... The whole movie is about what Luke learned from Obi-Wan Kenobi. The whole trilogy, the original, the prequel trilogy, is all about the rise of Obi-Wan Kenobi and finding little kid Luke and all this stuff. We've got 6 movies that at their core are the story of Obi-Wan. At least 4 to 5 of them are undeniably. And I think you could credit all 6 as having something to do with them. Having all those movies and then now a series, is there this much Obi-Wan story to tell?
We're going to keep writing them.
That's how I feel
Figure it
about
out.
Penguin. I sat there and I was I watched The Batman, we talked about it last week on the show. And I said the Penguin was great. Colin Farrell was awesome as the Penguin. And then they announced, well, I'm glad you think that, because HBO Max is getting an entire Penguin series. And I was I don't know if there's that much story that I need about the Penguin. I think we could just, but that's also, that's the boomer in me, I guess. I'm sitting there going we don't need a superhero movie every 3 months. And then everybody else is what? Of course we do. I'm
Did you not think the same thing when you heard, hey, there's going to be a Breaking Bad spinoff about Saul Goodman?
Yeah, I guess so. Better Call Saul is amazing. I did think that there didn't need to be extra story for Jesse Pinkman, and as it turns out, there didn't need to be extra story for Jesse Pinkman. And that was a movie. That wasn't even a whole series. So Better Call Saul feels like the exception to the rule. Although, I'm in the minority on this. Everybody loves The Mandalorian. Everybody loves, people love the Boba Fett show, right?
Yeah, people just love an expanded universe. Just make it bigger.
Yeah, they really do.
Bigger.
I would have sat there and been all these Marvel movies, this is dumb. You can't possibly tell me that every superhero in this entire universe deserves their own franchise, which is connected. And then they're no, I think we're going to do 100 movies and 7 32-episode series. And I'd go, it's way too much. Let's do 3 movies a year. And I would be fired. I would be thrown out of the company because they'd go, oh, there's Sam, the guy who doesn't like money. We have no use for him. Oh, there goes Sam. He hates to make money. That's what we like to do here.
It's all about the cinematic universe, DC and Marvel and Star Wars and Harry Potter with the Fantastic Beasts and all that stuff.
I mean, there's so much of it. I saw when they on the Batman movie, there was a trailer for another Doctor Strange movie, which I would have sat there and said, there is no reason to even do one movie about Doctor Strange, let alone a franchise. Doctor Strange versus the Multiverse, or whatever the name of that movie is, it looks...
The Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, it looks like the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. But I'm in the minority. People love it. People are like, people are going like this. That movie is going to kick ass. And I'm like, I don't know what you're seeing. I'm not there.
We're just like screaming like Ryback, just feed me more.
Feed me more.
Just want more.
You're all Batista. Trying to get what you want. Give me what I want.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right. I mean, if you want it, if there's an appetite for it, then satiate the appetite, you know? What am I, going to be a hater? But, I mean, I couldn't get through the whole even WandaVision. I tried it. I mean, it was just so, it was so much. It was so much. And like the first 3 episodes are inconsequential. It's just all set up. Like, it just feels like they've got this piece of bubble gum and they're just stretching and stretching and stretching. And I'm like, you don't need to do this. Just get another pack. Get another pack of gum.
I love that. I love those first 3 episodes where you didn't know what the fuck was going on.
I
didn't. They gave you like a little nugget. They gave you a little nugget at the end of every episode, and that was great.
It goes back to my video game thing, where I'm like, I need it. Just tell me what this is. I like a lot of stuff happening. I'm an Attitude Era baby. I want everything booked like Vince Russo wrote it. Like just every segment is something unbelievable happening. That just a pace that you can in no way, shape, or form maintain. That's what I want.
Yeah, and then you go to Russo and you go like, so what happens next week? I don't know. Not that far.
Ask me on Monday. ask me on Monday at 4 p.m. Yeah. Yeah. I hopefully by Wednesday, I'll be done with Yellow Jackets. That's my show right now. I watch a lot of stuff. I love content. I love consuming.
It just needs to be curated.
And that's what I try to do here. Yellow Jackets is what I'm watching now, and I have thoughts, but I'm not done with the whole series. It's on Showtime, so if you want to watch Yellow Jackets over the weekend, I'm going to try to finish the series so I can hit you with a review on Wednesday when we meet back here for another episode of Sam Roberts Now. In the meantime, if you'd like to get acknowledged, if you're sitting there in the chat right now and you're going like this, Sam Roberts, acknowledge me. Then I'm going to tell you, I don't care if you're the tribal chief or not, you need to super chat it in to get acknowledged, okay?
Tribal chief needs a super chat.
Tribal chief, and by the way, the tribal chief can super chat. You've been putting food on the plate of the entire Anoa'i family, of the entire SmackDown roster, of everyone in WWE. You could put some food on the Roberts family plate, too. Super chat it in. Tribal chief or not. Let's read these super chats. Not Sam Grim Reaper had to buy the $800,000 Rock shirt in No Mercy. Remember when The Rock would show up on Monday Night Raw and brag about his $500 shirts? And like now, if you were like, I paid $500 for this shirt, they'd be like, what, you get it at Goodwill? Like, what's that's not Gucci. And then he writes, how many X's do you need to kick out? Oh, to kick out, it has to go X, 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 X. More X's than Tentacion. I mean, a lot of X's. Pixelated Brewer, happy Jan Terry week. God bless Jan Terry. Hopefully that video interview will be up on our YouTube channel, the Jim and Sam YouTube channel, not this one. YouTube.com/Jim and Sam this weekend. By the way, I also...
Back up and running.
The Jim and Sam YouTube channel is back up and running, and Stone Cold Steve Austin cut to me, the first real in-character promo in at least 15 years. And I reacted to it. I put it up on the Notsam Wrestling YouTube channel. And here on this YouTube channel, of course, earlier today, the new episode of Sopranos Prima Volta went up. So make sure that you're subscribed to all 3 channels, Jim and Sam Show, Not Sam, and Not Sam Wrestling, and turn the bell on for each one. And while you're here, click like on this video. And then, who's that from? That Corey dude Appreciate the contribution. Appreciate you, Corey, dude. You're the man. Kevin Lumpford. 9 times. How many times do you have to hit X? 9 times. Can you name the movie, Hot Dog?
No.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off. 9 times. Rooney! Pardon my French, but you're an asshole. I can't watch Succession. Every time he walks on screen, I go, let my Cameron go. You ever seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
I have. I just don't remember much of it.
Now, that's a movie.
But
I'm going to tell you right now, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, it's better than all the Doctor Stranges combined. And he doesn't have a magic cape or anything. Doctor Strange is so stupid. Like, that's the one that really... I mean, even Ant-Man, it's like at least charming Paul Rudd is in it. You know what I mean? Like, at least,
sexiest man alive.
He is the sexiest man alive. So I'm like, okay. But, like, the idea that I would take... And plus, Ant-Man is the reluctant superhero. So you don't have to take him seriously. He's a reluctant superhero. He's kind of a goof. But the idea that as an adult, you want me to take Doctor Strange seriously is insulting to my intelligence.
He keeps the multiple universes in order, so they don't clash into each other, and there's no multiverse madness. And guess what? Next movie, there's multiverse madness.
I've heard. Iron Man, rest in peace. Spoiler alert. I like him. He's the original. He's the OG of this whole way of making Marvel movies. He's sarcastic. I got no issues with Iron Man. Spider-Man, I like Spider-Man. He's a kid. He's trying to figure out life. He's a little sarcastic. He's British, but you can't tell in the movies. Tom Holland, he's dating Euphoria. He's perfect. Love that kid. Okay? Those two, I'm down for. Iron Man combined with Captain America, I can roll with that. Captain America by himself, no way. Not going to happen. He did the best thing in the world by getting old and getting the hell out of here. I got no interest in Captain America by himself. And
Watch Winter Soldier?
No, I'm not. Is Winter Soldier the new one that's coming out with Papa Doc as Iron Man?
No, man. That's the second Captain America.
No, I'm not watching Winter Soldier.
Almost 10 years ago.
I'll watch Civil War. Iron Man versus Captain America. I like that one.
I don't even know why they even bothered calling that a Captain America movie.
It's an Iron Man movie, and it's great.
Yeah.
I like that one. I like Civil War. I'll give Papa Doc a chance as as Captain America. I'll give him a chance. I'm surprised
Thor?
I'm surprised Bucky got... No, I'm not going to watch a Thor movie. Are you fucking kidding me? I am not going to watch a Thor movie. I like Fat Thor. I don't have any problem with Thor being a part of the Avengers. I'm not going to sit around and watch a Thor movie. And I sure as hell am not going to watch an entire series about Loki. Are you out of your mind? That's ridiculous.
It was good.
Stop it. I do not. Who cares? Who cares? Why would an entire series about Thor's brother? I'm not watching that.
Spoiler alert, but low-key starts the madness of the multiverse.
Let me tell you something. Low-key is low-key garbage, okay? I am not watching a Loki show. And then you tell me something like that. You want to see how the timeline splits? You go like this. I go, multiverse of madness? How does that work? Well, you have to watch 12 episodes of the Loki show to find that out. No, I'm not going to watch 12 episodes about Loki so I can figure out how Doctor Strange's cape made a multiverse. No.
His actions, his Jokerish actions split the timeline, and then what happened during the Spider movie also helped split the timeline, and now Doctor Strange has to bring everything together. He has to get Scarlet Witch on his side.
I got enough.
She's gonna help out.
No way. I got enough trouble trying to explain to people the entire Roman Reigns storyline from beginning to end. I can't be adding superhero storylines into this, and I am not watching a show about Loki. Okay.
Well, it's not just Loki. You also, in order to understand the multiverse of madness, Doctor Strange movie, you have to watch Spider-Man, Loki, and you have to watch WandaVision.
Well, good thing, because I'm not watching the Doctor Strange multiverse movie. I'm not watching it. I will watch Spider-Man movies. I will watch Iron Man movies. I will watch Avengers movies. That's enough. That's like, how dare you ask more of me? That's where I start to get offended. And then they go like this. Well, have you watched 7 seasons of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? No.
I love a movie where like maybe you miss one movie. Or not even, you don't even miss one movie. You watch Avengers Endgame, right?
Yeah.
And then the next movie you watch is Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. And all of a sudden you're completely lost on whatever the fuck happened.
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
Are these the same characters from that movie?
So much has happened.
I watch Black Panther.
Yeah.
Black Panther's dope as hell. But I'm going to
Got
tell
it.
you something right now. Chadwick Boseman, Angel, and Michael B. Jordan. Like, I'm going to watch whatever Michael B. Jordan does, okay?
Sexiest man alive as well.
He got it too?
Mm-hmm.
He should have. He deserved it. Sexy as hell, that dude.
Yeah.
If I do say so myself. I'll watch Black Panther was real good. It was real good. But, like, that's enough. Thor. A Thor movie? No.
Not like this.
No. No way. And I don't even watch all of the Tom. I still haven't seen the new Tom Holland Spider-Man movie.
You haven't seen the last one with the 3 Spider-Men?
Nope.
Come on. This is your thing.
I will.
You don't want to see Toby?
I would like to see Toby again. I'm not happy that Eduardo from Facebook is in it. I would have been okay if it was just Toby and Tom Holland.
Okay.
I'll be 100% honest with you.
So good, man.
I'm sure it's good. I'll watch it and I'll probably enjoy it. I have no problem. Tom Holland Spider-Man movies have been very good.
William Dafoe, it's back, better than ever.
It's Willem, not William.
Is it? Willem?
Willem.
What is it?
Willem. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Willem. I've never heard anyone named Willem.
Well, for instance, Willem Dafoe. Yeah. No.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, of course I'm right. It's a very famous name. You know, from Goodfellas, Ralph Leota. No, not Ralph Leota. Yeah, no.
His real name is William James Dafoe.
I don't care what his real name is. That's not what he's credited as. Nobody calls him William Dafoe. It's never happened. You know, I'm not. Because I did watch WandaVision, and I felt like a sucker. I did. I felt like a sucker. I was like, it's stretched so thin.
All right, well, now you're going to be lost for the entire phase 4.
With the phases. Just, here's what I like. I like a movie franchise that has 2 good movies, 3 really bad movies, and then you reboot it. Like, that's what I want. Like, 1 really good movie, 1 okay movie, and then they fuck it up, and then they reboot it and start the process again. That's the way movies are supposed to be.
We got too greedy, guys. We got too greedy.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, like the fact that it, that it just keeps going. It keeps going. Like, no. And
so
if
you're telling me you haven't watched all 27 MCU movies?
Not even close. Not remotely close.
Well, you got a lot to catch up on then.
I don't even think I think I only watched 1 Spider-Man movie. I think I only watched the first one. It was good.
You got to watch the 3rd, man.
I will watch the 3rd. I'm not watching the 2nd, but I will watch the 3rd. And I'm not watching any of the Eduardo Spider-Man movies, for sure. That's not happening.
Yeah. You're going to watch Black Widow?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Is Black Widow the Scarlett Johansson movie? Or is that the... aren't the Olsen twins getting a movie too? From WandaVision?
Probably, yeah. How about Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings? Came out last year.
I never even heard of that comic book character. I'm not watching that movie. Okay? I'm not watching it. If it's
mean, you might miss some multiverse stuff if you don't watch it.
You know why? Because it's the type of thing, when I was a kid, I collected Marvel cards. And you would open it, and it was like, if you got Spider-Man, that's awesome. If you got Doc Ock, that's awesome. If you got Iron Man, that's cool. Even if you got, like, Lizard, that's cool.
If you got Shang-Chi.
If you got Shang-Chi, everybody thought you were whack. Nobody reads that comic. Nobody wants that. You know? If you got Bucky, who cares? Nobody wants that Marvel masterpiece. And now it's like we have to act like every superhero was equal. Some of these superheroes sucked when we were growing up. People did not like them. They were lame.
Captain Marvel.
I am not watching Captain Marvel. Is that the Brie Larson one?
Mm-hmm.
No way. No way. No.
Technically, she's one of the strongest in the entire MCU.
Isn't Captain Marvel just a ripoff of Superman?
I don't know if it's a ripoff.
First of all, the fact that she's named Captain Marvel, it's clearly branding. Like, it's not even creative branding. It's just like, this is the captain of, our comic book company. I'd be like, I mean, it's like saying, what's your favorite king? I like the Burger King. That's a mascot of a company. That's not a thing. No, I'm not watching Captain Marvel. Absolutely not. No. And
wow.
I'm not going to. Did you watch Captain Marvel?
It's on my list because I want to understand the multiverse of madness.
Here's the understanding of it. Doctor Strange is an idiot who's got a magical cape and he's got a globe that he could just play with time. Like, there's not that much to understand. Yeah. You should be Doctor Strange for Halloween. That would be dope as hell.
Yeah, I would love to.
You would go all out, too. You'd have, like, the ruffles and the cape and everything.
Well, some grays.
Oh, yeah. Put in the Polly Walnut's wings.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I get mad thinking about it, to tell you the truth. It's too much. It's too much. And people just sweat it. People sweat it.
More.
Yeah. But look, I mean, ultimately, it is saving the movie theater industry. They were literally saying, I think movie theaters are going to cease to exist. And then Spider-Man was like, hold my beer. And it was like, okay. And then Batman was like, hold my beer too. It's literally just going to be superhero movies in movie theaters.
And the excuse before the new Spider-Man came out was whenever it was the box office gate wasn't that big.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, COVID times. And
Spider-Man
take some time.
Spider-Man's stronger than COVID.
Yep.
And let me tell you something. That Scarlett Johansson movie, was that Black Widow?
Mm-hmm.
It could have been no COVID at all. And by the way, I would love to see the returns. I don't know one person that watched that movie on Disney Plus. Scarlett Johansson was like, the reason it didn't make any money is because it was on Disney Plus, and so I'm suing you. I don't know one person that paid to watch that movie on Disney Plus. I don't think anybody did.
Yep, it's right there. I'm sure I had a couple of days where I had plenty of time to watch it.
Did you watch it?
I took a couple naps.
Yeah, no way. No way. Let's go back to Super Chats. Kevin Lumford, Paul Rudd has a painting in his attic that ages instead of him. Yeah, he's got some kind of deal with the devil, some kind of demonic thing going on. I watched Clueless, and he could have shot that movie yesterday. That movie was made in 1993, and he looks exactly the same. 1993.
That's a guy you're not going to need the CGI aging thing for.
Absolutely not. They can make a Clueless prequel and put him in it, and just put him in it now. They just ask him to shave. That's it. That's all. Brett Isk. CM Punk quote, Bret Hart's career got cut short, and it's a goddamn tragedy. I'm just super grateful that I got a second chance, and I'd give it up in a heartbeat to give it to Bret. Sam, comment? I'm glad you asked me. I'm thinking about doing this for the wrestling podcast this week. I was thinking a lot about it, and when I was growing up, and for even after as a young adult, it was kind of just a given that you would say, who is the Babe Ruth of professional wrestling? And Hulk Hogan was 100% the answer. Like, there was no getting around it. It's like, clearly there's Hulk Hogan and then there's everybody else. But that's not the case anymore. Hulk Hogan, I don't think, is even the biggest star in the history of wrestling. I think As time has gone on, I think The Rock, because of everything else that he's done, is a bigger star, and everybody knows he came from wrestling. His name is the goddamn Rock. Nobody would be able to call them. He doesn't. It's like there's the movie star. His name is The Rock. The only reason he can do that is because he was a wrestler first. I think Stone Cold Steve Austin is just as big, if not bigger, than Hogan. And I'm sitting there going, like, is Hogan still the Babe Ruth of wrestling? And I go, no, I don't think so. Plus, he fucked up his legacy by, all the nonsense that he does on the internet. He's a lunatic. So I go, who is the Babe Ruth of professional wrestling? Like, looking back now that we can really look at it from so far away, who is the Babe Ruth of wrestling? And I'm developing the argument in my head. I've been doing it for a couple days. This is how my brain works. Me just a minute ago saying that there's too much in the MCU, and now I'm sitting here, creating this narrative in my head. Yeah. I think Bret Hart's the Babe Ruth of professional wrestling.
That is a crazy take.
I would
love to hear it.
Yeah, I think I got to develop it, but I think Bret Hart might be the Babe Ruth of professional wrestling. I mean, my love for Bret has only grown as the years have gone by. I have not loved Bret. I love Bret Hart more every day. As a wrestling fan, I don't think you can not love Bret Hart. And I think he might be the Babe Ruth of wrestling.
That's quite the argument you're going to have to build up there.
Yeah, I am going to have to build that argument. Are you still thinking Hogan?
Yeah. As much as I don't fucking Hogan like that, but he's still.
I get what you're saying. You don't want to lose your standing in the community, but I get what you're saying. Your favorite wrestler of all time, Jeff Hardy?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. So we're good. Yeah. TK getting that music, huh?
Kevin Hardy's getting beat down.
Are you going to save your brother? Yeah, in a minute. Let me get my shit in. Kevin Galloway, I appreciate you. Face Fashy, thanks for being here every Friday. You got it. I try to be here most Wednesdays, too. Make sure you're subscribed. Turn your alerts on. Kevin Lumpford, Hot Dog needs to grow a handlebar mustache. You should grow a handlebar mustache, dude.
If I could.
You can't grow a mustache?
I can grow patches.
You should get like a trash stash. Like, when you're 14 and you just start 13, you just start growing a mustache. That'd be dope.
Like AJ?
Yes. And then let me go back up. Kevin Lumpford, I was Captain Planet for Halloween when I was 7. Is it bad I went in Silverface? I think it's worse that you thought Captain Planet was cool. I think that's much worse.
Nah, come on. We're not going to take any Captain Planet slander here.
Do you think Captain Planet should get an MCU movie?
Well, he's not in any universe, but I would love a Captain Planet.
I'll tell you, he's in our universe. He's trying to save our universe.
Exactly. And he had a kid from every country.
Yes, he did.
From Brazil.
Earth, fire, wind, water. What was the last one? Heart? It was Heart, right?
Something like that. It sounded like you were saying in the Avatar Last Airbender intro instead of Captain America. I mean Captain Planet. You don't know about that.
I don't know about that. Is that some hentai stuff?
Yeah, it's anime.
Oh, all right, guys. Blaster Master says they call it a rat stash where I'm from. Okay. And Ev Lankar says Captain Planet was awesome. I know. He's just a goody-goody. He's a little bit of a goody-goody. I can't stick with somebody who's that much of a baby face,
You need a little edge to him.
Even Bret Hart had some edge. Remember when he was like, he said, didn't he say Pittsburgh was the armpit of America?
Yeah, great lines.
Or no, maybe it was the asshole. Didn't he say he would stick the enema right in Pittsburgh? I think it was Pittsburgh.
Something like that.
Yeah. And then he also I remember I went to SummerSlam in 1997. And, I liked the heels at that time. So I was rooting for Bret Hart. I was a little anti-American Sam back then. And I was, pro-Canada. And I remember we were getting ready. SummerSlam was at the Meadowlands. And I went with my sister's boyfriend and his dad. And his dad was like a New York guy. And my sister's boyfriend at the time was like, Sam, don't tell my dad. Don't tell him who you're rooting for. Don't tell him. And then I go, okay. And then his dad goes, Sam, who you rooting for tonight? You know, it's Bret Hart versus Undertaker.
Mhm.
But I didn't want to lie. So I was like, Bret Hart. And he was like, Bret Hart. I was like, yeah. He was like, Bret Hart. Bret Hart, who said, America looks like a toilet, Bret Hart? I was like,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, but you see the shape, right? How it comes like.
He's got a point. He's got a point.
Oh, okay. And I'm taking you. He was not happy.
Must have thought you were a commie. Fuck.
Yeah, he was pissed. He was pissed. He probably looked down on my parents for that because it's SummerSlam 97. I was probably like 13, 12.
What are you telling your kids? Yeah.
Yeah. What are you teaching your children in your house? That he's going to the Meadowlands and we don't call it the Continental Airlines in my house. The Meadowlands and cheering for Bret Hart. Bret Hart, who said Pittsburgh is an asshole, Bret Hart.
This is the Undertaker house.
Yeah. Kevin Lumford, I'm 37, so at least it was 30 years. At least it was 30 years ago. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That would have been great if it's like, I'm 37. I dressed up as Captain America when I was 28. It was a long time ago. All right, guys. We stayed on extra long because of those technical difficulties and because I had to insult the MCU for a while. Appreciate you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We'll be posting clips all week, and then we will be back on Wednesday if all goes according to plan live. Subscribe, hit like, hit the bell. Thank you, Hot Dog. And don't forget, I'm going to cheers with you later. Have a good one, everybody.